Interruption and the inconvenience. But I represent a group of poets and people that are very, very into spreading the truth. As a matter of fact, you can check it out for yourself at www.myspace.com/street-truth. And essentially what we do, ladies and gentlemen, is we walk around and travel in different areas of the city. We talk to people, we inspire people to continue to talk, and we ask people to make comments on camera on issues that are important to them so that it can be viewed on the MySpace page that we just gave you, which is free, which is why we use it. www.myspace.com/street-truth. Now, just to grab your attention, I awake every morning half alive, with all the pain in my heart and sorrow in my life that's as bitter as a tear from a dying slave's eye. Every night I fight horrifying battles with the same fierceness as the battles a dying mother would fight for her newborn child's life. And every night my soul shivers in fear with screams and tears as I think of all the thoughts that run through my mind as I lay my head to go to sleep. I fight so hard to keep my eyes open, for every time they close, the Grim Reaper calls. That's sleeping death. That emphasizes the power of words to me because that poem saved my life. Instead of taking my own life, I wrote a poem about taking my life. Ladies and gentlemen, www.myspace.com/street-truth. What's the next stop we gotta get off? Is it this? Is it the next stop? Yeah. All right. Anybody on this train got a little courage in their pocket? The question of the day is whether or not you feel or think that you still have freedom of speech within the United States. It's a yes or no question, or details if you'd like to give them before we get off on the next stop. Anybody interested? I got a little courage in my pocket if you want some. How you doing? What's your name? Bob. Bob? Yeah. Would you like to give us a little commentary on the camera, Bob, so we can display to other people and possibly provoke a little progressive thought?
Why not?
Okay. What was your name again? Bob. Okay, Bob, do you think that people in the United States possess freedom of speech?
Of course.
Okay. And give me a reason why you think we do.
People say whatever they want, they can print whatever they want, they can post anything they want in any blog that they want, and nobody can come and get you.
I respect that.
Yeah, I mean, you can publish a zine, you can write an editorial to a newspaper, and there's no secret police that are going to come and get you.
Right.
I mean, like, let's say over in Iraq, over in the Middle East, you can't do that.
Right.
In a lot of European countries, you can't do that.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, I believe so. That's why we have MySpace.
Right.
And, you know, people can post whatever it is.
Just like you just did, right, Bob?
Yeah, word.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Ladies and gentlemen,
There you go.
thank you. Respect that. And Max Parthas, there's some flyers going around if you guys are interested. This brother came down to visit us and to perform all the way from South Carolina. Why don't you give him a quick little taste, brother?
My name is Max Parthas, and I'm trying to be the American Idol for poets. I've only got a few minutes on the train with you, and lately the biggest issue has been racism, particularly with the Gene of 6. So I'm going to do a small poem called Blue. Am I one step away from the blues if I don't conform? If my eyes don't alight at the sight of the norm? Is mine a new blue hue or just a blue new you? And if you knew what I knew, would you do as I do or don't do, whatever the case may be? And in case I'm awake, would you pray for me? And my new blue hue like a deep blue sea, I can see through eyes that have seen through me. I see the patterns the painters paint. And getting out, what we're gonna do now.
And he already knows what to do. So now it's a little more complicated because I might talk to somebody and they may not be interested in being on camera. You know what I mean? But if they accept the microphone in their face and they speak at it, it's on camera. So it works a little bit better when I got the right tools. But we gotta go now, Derek. Then we have the microphone. And we usually do it during rush hour. So right there, that's all the good ingredients to catch everybody at the right moment.
Very rare. Very rare.
And everybody does what they best at. Fernando's best at behind the camera. Louis is a jack of all trades. Eric is my backup. As soon as I get my lunch ain't full, my brother takes over and he's a little more graceful if you haven't noticed when he speaks. I like to listen to him. constantly ever expanding from the center outward, right?
The universe?
The universe. And so that's something that's going to continue, right? But there's going to come a point where things have stretched beyond their ability to continue to stretch, and it will end, and it will no longer continue.
It's all gonna come back like
That's
that.
it. You believe in expansion.
Right.
Big Bang.
And now they say, right.
I don't necessarily believe in the Big Bang Theory.
I don't either.
I completely understand it, and I've studied
I
physics.
do too. But I don't.
And they talk a lot now about this thing that they call the what do they call it? The dark matter, which I don't, you know, it escapes me why they chose that name, but
No
whatever.
such thing.
So they don't know what it is. They can't describe it. They can't put their finger on it, but they know that there's something that's pulling things outward.
It's not a black hole.
No, that's different. That pulls things inward. So
Actually, you just hit the nail on the head. A black hole, hundreds of millions of light years away, will have a gravitational tug on things that you don't even know it's affecting so far out. So it's pulling it in. And in the center of every galaxy is a black hole. And in the center of the universe is the biggest black hole of all, which drives the entire universe.
Well, according to their argument, what they're saying is that there's something that's even pulling and stretching black holes and pulling it apart from so that things, everything has a pattern. All things that are expanding in a pattern in which they're going from like one center outward, not their own center, but they all have a center. And it might be that black hole you're talking
Check
about.
it. Microscopic molecules collide,
Okay.
and energy is scattered.
Right.
Big Bang theories realize, and darkness has become matter. Meet men in chairs of wheels of steel reveal the deal that made us real, while the 7 seals been broken down by 10 horned heads with 7 crowns. So call Abaddon from Babylon, 200 million strong, to wrong the rights with harm till life be gone, and all is as it was. See, the book of life was begat before the light. For those that know it wiser, it's written on, but not beyond. Knowledge, culture, freedom, sight.
That's not true.
That's our train.
Disrespect intended. We do intend to interrupt you for just a moment to get your attention, because we represent some crazy poets that are trying to spread the truth. www.myspace.com/street truth. Check it out. We got people coming from all the way out as far as South Carolina to come over here and share some of their work with us. Take the floor, my brother.
It's like this. We are living, breathing contradictions. A confusing fusion of conflicting convictions. It makes my hair hurt and my teeth itch. I start getting uncontrollable shakes and shit, and then I start saying shit in my act at places where I was clearly told not to say shit at. I'm getting censored by sinners no closer to sainthood than I am, and it's pure fucking insanity. Imagine someone you know and admire personally calling your life's work profanity. 20 years of tears, trials, and hard labor, but not but the commandment that I should love my neighbor as if he were me. And if you could see, you would know that the tension is getting thick. I got 10 kids raised, hundreds more fed. I've witnessed to millions who heard what I've said. Every single day I get up and fight an undeclared war, risking my bloodline on the front line, and at one time cost me the lives of 2 of my own sons. I've damn sure lost a lot more in those battles than I've ever won yet. Plus, I'm not even close to being done yet. By sunset tomorrow, my sorrows will have doubled and my troubles increased by a factor of at least what I've managed to unleash in your hearts right here today on this subway. And in case I didn't say, the tension is getting thick. So tell me, how you feel about censorship?
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, www.myspace.com/street truth, the crazy poets. We out here representing, trying to get people to help spread the word of what's on your mind. You know, it disturbs me when people think that I'm trying to disturb them and their peace and their time, but all I'm trying to do is understand why people are so disturbed by other people trying to express themselves to other people. And so this is what we're trying to do. Ladies and gentlemen, the question for today, is this the stop?
Next stop.
Okay. The question for today is, do you still have freedom of speech within the United States? If you got a little courage in your pocket, And if you still got a little courage in your pocket, you might be willing to share with us on camera so that we can express it and show it to other people. What's your name, sir?
¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo estamos?
¿Cómo estamos?
Saludos.
Un saludo.
Mira, nosotros estamos acá afuera regando y tratando de ayudar a la gente para hablar y aconsejarse uno al otro sobre diferentes problemas que están pasando en la comunidad. Y ahora la cuestión de esta noche es que si la gente todavía tiene el poder de hablar cualquier palabra que quieren hablar en los Estados Unidos.
Yo tengo el poder de opinar, de hablar y de pensar gracias a la democracia de los Estados Unidos. United States, straight ahead for freedom, opinion, and for the big freedom in the United States. Nosotros podemos disfrutar la libertad en los Estados Unidos, pero tenemos que cuidar esa libertad. Tenemos que cuidar la democracia. Tenemos que cuidar el respeto a la libertad de los demás. Y tenemos que cuidar por sobre todo la seguridad de los Estados Unidos. Sin los Estados Unidos no nos sentimos seguros. Nos sentimos seguros porque los Estados Unidos es un país fuerte, tolerante y cuidador del respeto ajeno.
Muchas gracias, hermano. Usted es un músico. Dwayne, would you mind giving us a little commentary about your opinion on camera? Do you feel that people in the United States still have freedom of speech?
I think we do, but I don't know, not really.
State your case, brother. It's yours. Nobody else's.
I don't really have a case. I just think that it's, you know, a lot of invasion of privacy. End up saying something that is freedom of speech, and somehow they get in trouble for it. And it leaves a lot of us, like me, being a lot more quiet about things. You know, if I have something to say, I will say it. I'm one of the little guys. I don't, you know, but just a lot of things in the media, things like that. Somebody says something that's freedom of speech, but it harms another person,
Right.
or religion or sect, and then it's considered, you know, they get in trouble for it, and therefore it's not freedom of speech. I just think things are twisted in this country.
I agree with you, but I hope you check us out at www.myspace.com. We're using that forum because it's free, and obviously we're doing this out of our own pockets. So we're just a couple of poets that feel that there's a need for an engagement of information of people that are on the street that are actually dealing with this happening, and not just people telling us what's happening to us, but us telling each other what we feel is going on. So, what was your name again? Dwayne. Appreciate you taking the time out, brother. Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, anybody else on this train got a little courage in their pocket and would like to share with us what they feel about whether or not you still possess freedom of speech within the United States, and or if
Don Imus firing.
I think personally, me personally, I think it was wrong. I think that the moment we start censoring anything, then it makes room for somebody else to say, well, maybe we should go a little further as far as organizing what other people should or should not be exposing other people to. I think that if you really want to honor freedom of speech, and I got to get off, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting off. You have to analyze the fact that if you don't allow people to just be free and say what they want to say, then they don't really have freedom of speech. So to me, it's real simple. Either you have it or you don't. Take care, brother.